You ever hear a woman say, I don't dress for y'all. I don't dress for men. I dress for myself. Even though it's partially a lie. Let's get into it. Let's unpack that. And I already see women right now in the comment section. They're not muscular at all. These women are not muscular at all. However, they got a six pack right here, and right here. So they can be on the keyboard like this. Well, he said this, and what I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna counter him right here, and I'm gonna play gotcha this and that. You got these keyboard crips in the comments, always trying to hang over the little small things I'd be saying just to defeat my arguments in a way so that they make themselves feel good, so that they don't have to change. Just consider what I'm saying. Be humble and sit down and really chew the meat and spit out the bones. How about that? Now, women be talking about they don't dress for men, right? They dress for themselves. Think about that. Your ego, your self-image is so fragile that in order to make yourself feel good for the day, in order to even get yourself to walk out to the grocery store, to the gym, to your job interview, to your date, you have to do extra in order for you to feel good about yourself. Think about just how weak your will is, your ego, your confidence, that you have to prop yourself and you have to constantly hype yourself to a heightened state of, yeah, see, man, I'm looking bad. Like, look at me, girl. No, what you're doing is you look just like every other person who dresses scantily. You're not anything different. If I go to a job interview right now and I have the same exact resume that all the other potential employees had, how is the employer going to look at me? He's going to look at me like I look like everyone else. Is he going to treat me the same? Of course. It only makes sense, doesn't it? Why would you get upset that you don't get hired if your resume looks exactly like everyone else? So if you're dressing like a certain way, why would you expect to get treated differently? See, women are going to say, well, it's man's fault that they treat me like this. Hold on now. If you drop a rock from here to the ground, are you going to get mad at the rate at which it travels to the ground? You can't. You have to accept the reality and move around it. Do you really think you can change the way men are going to be sexually tied to you and sexually attracted to you? No, you can only change how you show up. But you showing up the way you want to in any way and expecting a certain result is not realistic, it's not wise, it's selfish, it's entitled, and it's a lack of accountability on your part. Because you don't want to sit there and be a big girl and be an adult and accept the harsh reality of the world and work around it. No. You want to be empowered. No. You want to have your sisterhood in the background cheering you on when you do some real dumb stuff, like dressing like a thought. It don't make no sense. Now, you do it for yourself. That is the problem. Do you not think about who you are affecting and the impact you are having on others around you? Bear with me here, because I'm going to go there. There are little girls who look at you and they see all the heads you turn. And subconsciously, in her mind that isn't even fully developed yet, she is being taught by your actions. Dang. Dressing like there's literally no mystery to me. If I dress like a piece of meat, men will want me. Wow. If I don't have attention at home because my mom is not home, she's at work, my dad was never in my life, you know what? I can get attention by looking like I want to be passed around. I know that's vulgar, but you guys got to get this stuff, man. So the daughter, the little girl, is like, wow. So when I have the money, or when my mom's not looking, or maybe she doesn't even care, she's going to emulate your behavior. And this is the sick world we live in. So you talking about all this girl power stuff, and you talking about all this sisterhood and this equality, when you are literally destroying your own value. Because what you're saying to men is, I am not worthy of anything else but a lay. You are. You are much more than that. But you're teaching yourself, and you're teaching the next generation and all the women who look up at you like, this is how you do it, guys. This is how you get power. And that's what happens. And that's the thing. That's the origin. Somebody taught y'all directly or indirectly, is this is how you use your sexuality as a weapon. So you don't think that's going to have any consequences? Come on now. You're playing unfair, for one. 2, is dishonorable. 3, it lacks virtue. You don't think there's any consequences, right? I do it all by myself, and I do it for myself. That's the problem. You don't really foresee the consequences that are going to come at you. Everybody knows this deep down inside. You reap what you sow. Some people call it karma. Some people call it some type of justice, universal justice. You reap what you sow. That's a biblical proverb. That's straight out of the book, the Old Testament. What do you think is going to happen to you? Oh, it makes sense now. All the memes you see in a lot of the women's channels or Instagram feeds is always complaining about men. It's always complaining about men, and it's relevant to this particular thing I'm talking about. There's a type of man who uses you, right? There's a type of man who abuses you, right? There's a type of man who takes advantage of you, right? Okay, let's think about that. When I dress scantily, I use my body to use other men. How am I using other men, you might ask? I am using my ability to be a sexual magnet, and I'm drawing eyes to me. I take advantage of the man's sexual vulnerability to a woman's beauty, right? I abuse the fact that I might have more assets, I might be thicker, or at the very least, I am a woman. So why is it any mystery that you find men that might be abusive, that might be taking advantage of you, that might use you? Oh, you see how it works out? God's sense of humor. I mean, it ain't that funny to me, but it's cold, ain't it? What's the alternative? The alternative is you separate yourself from the pack. If everyone's doing the same thing and they're getting the same results, they're complaining, it's childish. How about if you want a different result, if you want people to treat you differently, you act differently. You do things differently. All you got to do, be classy. By moving in high regard, men will treat you in high regard. By acting with self-respect, men will treat you with respect. And it doesn't even have to be said. It's already known off the top. Men are not even going to come at you like that. Of course, you're going to have your flukes. Some of your construction workers, of course, that's a given. That's just reality. You got to deal with it. That's the perks of being a free woman. The perks of being a free woman is you got to accept some of the catcalling, but you're going to get that man. In the same way, if I'm making money, I'm glad I'm making money. You should be glad you're pretty. In the same way, I'm making money. I'm glad that I can attract a certain type of woman that I really, 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 really want. But it comes with some of the gold diggers, right? It comes with some of the women who might want to take advantage of me. But am I moving in such a way where I'm like, look at me right now. You see these chains? You see this whip? You see how I'm shooting for the gram? That's ignorant. That's stupid. You're gonna get what's coming to you. It's the same principle, the same concept. Let me parallel park this example right here. There is a parallel. And this is the parallel. You got to accept the good that comes with the bad, but you got to work towards the good. And you got to be wise to move towards the good and act good, be honorable, be virtuous, get virtue, get honor. Act special, get special things. I mean, do I have to speak more? It's like, hey man, I'm gonna end this video. Y'all take care.